Welcome back to Good Morning San Diego. Time now is 7:27. A public comment meeting was held on Thursday night, letting residents speak their mind on the Lausanne Rail Realignment Project. Del Mar Mayor Terry Gaasterland joins us now with a recap of what was said and any decisions reached. She joins us now. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning, Paul. So good to be here.
Was it how hotly contested was it? Was it a tempers flaring, or was it pretty quiet and calm?
You know, so first it was at the Sound. The Sound just makes you happy to be there. So that was a calming effect right there.
All right, so, but was it any decisions reached?
Well, let me paint the picture for you. There were 150 people there. Everybody had some snacks and water. People were milling about, talking, and then SANDAG started their presentation. After their presentation, where they went through the 4 routes in detail, about a dozen people made public comments. And what was interesting was, compared to a year ago, where people were agitated and worried and concerned, after the year's worth of work that SANDAG has done to talk to so many, there were 12 people who endorsed the yellow line that SANDAG has put forward.
I don't know if we can make it out on that graphic. Kind of walk us through the yellow line in the event people can't make.
Let's see. So the line we're looking at, so there's the blue line.
Okay.
That's Camino Del Mar. There's the yellow line right there.
All right, and give us the highlights of that.
Yeah, so the yellow line it comes from the bridge that's over the river and makes its way along toward I-5, crosses back over the river to the north bank, and then winds up at I-5.
All right, who's affected by this? How many homes do we lose?
No homes at all.
So that's a big plus.
Yeah, and it was the Del Mar residents who really pushed hard for, let's try to find a way to have a that avoids homes, avoids the lagoon, avoids the fairgrounds, and so on.
And if you find a way to make all those factions happy, then...
Right.
But how is the Del Mar Fairgrounds is obviously a proponent in all this. How are they affected?
Well, they didn't do a public comment last night, but for sure they'll do a comment that's written. So will the city of Del Mar. And what's important is for every single person, who may be anywhere near any of these lines, to look at the maps that were released along with this notice of preparation, find their home, and figure out how close or far they are from each of the 4 lines. Now, right now, all the 4 lines are equal. They're all going to be put into environmental study, and they're going to be studied geotechnically. There are going to be about 12 deep, 200-foot deep holes that are going to be drilled. So the feasibility, just to make sure these options can be done. All right, so it's one thing, no homes are lost, but how many homes are affected? I guess that would be the better way to say, because if you're all of a sudden going to have a train going through your backyard, that becomes problematic, does it? Exactly. And so I wrote down a URL here. One of the things that emerged last night was a local high school student. He's really a sharp computer science, GIS map kid, and he put together an interactive website where every single person in Del Mar, city of San Diego, who's near this, can put in their own address and see to the meter, he put it in meters, how far their house is. So they may have to do a little conversion. And that URL is Lausanne-realignment-streamlit.app. All right, do that one more time, slowly. Yeah. Lausanne, which is L-O-S-S-A-N. Okay. Dash. Realignment. Dash. Streamlit. All right, we're going to put that up on our website for those who didn't get that. But that's great. All right, so, and that's for people who can comment. They can find out specifically if this train's going to be 20 feet away, or excuse me, 20 meters away or 40 meters away. Exactly. Yeah. And how loud that may or may not be. Right. But you think the yellow line is going to be the way? Well, okay, so I can't take a position specifically. Feasibility. But the yellow line checks all the boxes right now. So my fervent hope is that the environmentals are going to show that it is feasible, it can be done, it does not harm the lagoon, and that the fairgrounds would not be impacted. Price tag? If we can hit all of those, that'll be great. Price tag? That price tag would be no more than these tunnels that would go all the way. So if we can get it over to the I-5, a lot of the right-of-way is there. It's a small tunnel under Del Mar Heights Road, and then to Sorrento Valley. So I'm excited about seeing that. The executive director of SANDAG really pushed for that route to be moved forward. it's being moved forward along with staying on the bluff, and that's the comparison always. What is the no project alternative, and how does each of these three other alternatives look compared to that?
We appreciate your insight and expertise, and we look forward to the next step forward.
Well, thank you, Paul.
All right, Mayor Gaasterland. We'll be right back with more Good Morning San Diego.